Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID, so please reach out to us and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you.
Now, guys, learning a scripting is very easy. Trust me on that. Very easy. But you have to set your mindset first. Okay. So whenever you learn some scripting, first thing you have to set in your mind, okay, how to store, that code, how to store code. That is the first thing. Second thing you need to learn how to run. Okay, how to store, how to run. Third thing, you have to tell, okay, how to run. Maybe hello world program or something like that. Hello world. Now, third thing you need to ask, okay, how to set variable. That is something which you have to learn in the any scripting language. I'm teaching you generic actually. How to set variables in the scripting. Fourth thing you have to learn how to do looping. Looping means iterative or something like that. Fifth thing you have to learn how to do condition statement, how to set the conditions in the conditions in the programs. Okay, so this is the fifth thing. So you got to know how to store the code, how to run the hello world, how to set variable, how to set the condition, how to do the looping. And sixth thing which you have to do, see, we cannot keep writing the code and again duplicate the code. So you have to reuse the code. So reusing the code, how to write function which you can use it. Function in any scripting language. Okay, so these are the sixth element you need to know, and within some time you got to know how to write any scripting language. Okay, so first thing, let me try to answer this. How to store the code in terms of shell scripting. So here, this is my direct. This is my location and mkdir shell. I'll create one directory, shell scripting, and I'll go inside this shell scripting, and here this is empty directory. You see that nothing is there. So first thing, how to store the code. The code will be stored in like this vi editor. You have to use it. Okay, vi editor. Now this vi editor, the training I'll give you in some time. Just give me 2 seconds. And vi editor, and then shell first.sh. So if you want to store any files, the file name can be anything .sh. This is how you can do that. There's a lots of specifications are there. I'll not get into that right now because you don't need to right now. And done. And here I want to write echo hello everyone and put it up this way. That's all. So this is the something which you have to do that, how to store the code. Now, one thing I want to teach you before that, so you get prepared for it. First thing is, what is shell scripting? That is the things. So shell scripting is nothing but collections of, okay, collection of Linux command. Okay, that's all. Collections of Linux command with variables, with conditions, and with loop. That's all. These are all collections of Linux command which you are going to execute with the variables, condition, and loop. And that's called shell scripting. So if you know the commands of Linux, you should be able to write a shell scripting also with ease. There's no problem, man. Okay. Now, at least one editor you should know. And right now, there is a VI editor, which is built-in VI editor, visual interface for the Linux. Okay, VI editor. Now, if you become a masters in VI editor, trust me, it will save lots of time for you. Okay, right now I'm teaching you fundamentals. So let's say if you want to create or edit any file, so first you have to start vi. If the file is already existed, this is the first .sh which is existed, it will open up a file. But let's say if it's not existed, which is second, then it will create a file provided if you store the file. So right now in your editor mode, so first time when you open up any file, that initially this will be in the read mode, right? What is the read mode? Read mode. When you open up a file with the VI, it will be in read mode. That means can you modify? No, you cannot modify. So what to do? So you have to convert into the write mode, insert mode. How do you do that? So for that, you can press the command. Here you see that it's a new file, and you can press the command which is called I. Remember that I. The moment you press I, insert mode. Now you want to go back to the read mode. You want to go to the back to read mode. Then see read mode default. Okay, then you press I in the keyboard insert mode, and then you want to go back to the read mode, escape. So I just press the escape on my command line on the screen. In read mode, I insert mode, escape read mode, I insert mode, escape read mode, I insert mode. Will you remember that, all of you? All of you.
Yes, Rajesh, understood.
Yeah, yeah. So now I insert mode, and whatever you want to write it, write it. Now insert mode, the work is completed. Now escape read mode, and read mode you can do the two things. Okay, two things: save and exit. Save without exit. Sorry. Uh, Save and exit without save. This is something you understand. So how do I do that? So save and exit. So press colon WQ. I'm not teaching you entire things, only few things which is required for you to get your work done. WQ. Okay. And if you want to exit without saving, Q exclamation. That's all you remember for time being. So here I will exit. So escape colon W keys. Look at the bottom section and save it. Edit, one more open at time. Insert, do some edit, escape, read one, and Q exclamation, not save, and exit. This is something which you see they're not saved. Okay, so you have to bring this into the habit while working with the editor, via editor. And after that, there are lots of shortcuts are there, like how to copy, how to move, how to delete, how to search, how to go to that particular locations and all. Many tactics are there which you will get it over the period of time. I'll share the some dedicated tutorial for it. So are you comfortable with the VI editor at least?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Rajesh.
Okay, so now let's get back to the Linux stuff. So how to store code? So here, this is the code which we have. Vi first dot sh. This is the code, and how do we execute? So let me try to execute. So execution, there is a one way you can do that. Sh first dot sh. You can do bash first dot sh. Wonderful. But sometimes you want to take you want the system to decide which to be used. So like this, and here you have permission denied. So when you run with sh, automatically the permissions will be taken from the your user. When you run with the bash, permission will be taken from that. But when you ask a terminal to decide, run it from the and decide your things, then the permission is not granted. So what to do in this case? So chmod 755 first dot sh, and then now 755 means you're giving permissions and getting that. So these are the three ways which you can run the shell scripting, bash scripting, whatever it is, and then get it. So now we have clear about how to store the code and how to run the code. Now next thing is how to set a variable. This is something which we need to get into that. So let me show you here how to set a variable. So you open up a file first.sh, and here you say name is equal to Rajesh, and age I'm just 16 years. So this is my age. So I declare these two variable. Now can I print this variable? So echo dollar name. That means if you want to print that any variable, dollar is being used. And here echo dollar age. Okay, so this is something name and age I'm printing, and running this command. See Rajesh and 60. You want to put some beautifications and all these things, you can do that, like this is my name, okay, this is my name, and this is my age, all these things, you put beautifications, you can do that. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Rajesh.
So now this is the third question, how to set the variable. Let me tell you guys, there is one more practice which we have, which we so one more practice. You know what? Here on the command line, any parameter passed, parameter 1, parameter 2, parameter 3, let me change this. This also you can use it actually. This also you can use it. So here, this is the arguments which I passed to this script. How can I capture this and use it in my code? So understand that Linux says any script you have, shell scripting says any scripting you have, and if you pass the parameter, this will become a positional parameter which is $1, $2, $3. It's automatically set actually. $1, $2, $3. So can we use it in the code? Yes, you can use it in the code. Let me modify this code. And here echo $1, echo $2. That's all. $2. And can I see that now? See here. And if I change this second parameter, third parameter I'm not doing anything. And you see that also it's practice. You can use it. Are you comfortable, all of you? Hello.
Yes, Rajesh.
Okay, great. So now there is a one more way you can set the variable in the shell scripting, and that is through the user prompt. You are saying, hey user, please give some information. So here, what I am doing, echo, please enter your city. So here, this is something, and here read city. So city is a variable and read is a Linux command to allow the user to feed that. So here I run this command, and you see here he is asking enter your city. So now if I see, I'll enter city, let's say Hyderabad. I have not done anything with that variable. So what you should do, your city name, echo, your city name is dollar city, and like that save it and run this. My city is Bangalore. See, Bangalore. Guys, did you understand that how to play with the variable? It can be, you can hard code in the script, you can allow that to pass as arguments, or you can ask a user to feed the variables for values for variables. All these things you can do that. Are you comfortable with it?
Yes. Sir, I did not understand that RRR or something like that. What was that in the command?
RR is a first positional argument, $1, $2. This is the one.
Yeah.
This is the R echoing RRR, $1. Let me show you more. See, $1, $2.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a very simple thing which you should know. So now guys, here third thing which we need to know, how to set a conditional expression. See, I want to run some commands in Linux, but only if this condition is true. But before that, I missed mentioning one thing, which is like operators. Any scripting you learn, you have operators that you have to learn actually before, because setting a condition will do with the operators only. Okay, so 4 5 6 7. So what are the operators in Linux? Simple. Just put it up in the Linux operator and go to this image. It will be easy for me. Look at this. So these are the operators we have in Linux. See here. Very simple. Arithmetic operator, relational operator, Boolean operator, test, file test operator, bitwise operator. Okay, so these are the operators which you have, which you can use it. For example, one of the operator for the conditioning, I am going to use a relational operator. This means this is equal to this, or this is not equal to this, or if this is a greater than this, or if lesser than this, then do this. Okay, so that is a way you can use the relational operator. But arithmetic operator, how can you use it? So let me use the eval function. So Linux arithmetic operator, and some of the examples I'll just copy from here. See, eval functions. So you have to use, see, this is how operators can be used. So here, first of all, use on the command line expression $1 and b. I have not set this. This is the way you can set it up. So what to do now? Go to the first dot b. Here, let me open up a new script actually. So here, vi second we have it. So vi second dot sh, and delete this, and a is equal to 5, b is equal to 6, and echo this one. That's all. A plus b, and run this sh second dot sh 11. Also, it's an easy way to do that. So like that, you can play with the rest of the things also, and that's not a difficult. So now I want to show you the relational operator, which is very important for us, and that is this one, which I'm going to use for the conditional statements. So you look at this, equality is equal to or hyphen eq also. Look at the non-equality means exclamation is equal to or not equal to, like that. Are you able to understand this, operators, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now how do we set the conditioning actually? So with the operators only, you can set the condition. So some of the things which you can do it, it's not that difficult. So you should be able to do the arithmetic operator and all stuff like that. Now let me show you the how to do the conditioning. So conditioning, I'll just copy the code, so I don't want to type it. Linux conditioning and enter. So here, any one script you will copy and paste it. Where is this? This is all a skeleton actually. Yeah. What is this? Just a second, guys. This is really frustrating. Okay. Just annex conditions DevOps. So here I'm using my own tutorial, which is very easy to copy and paste. So one of the conditions, look at this. Let's understand this code first and then we'll decide. See here. Here you are using very carefully. Look at this. If the condition depends on the value whether it will come true, then run this. Or it can be multiple statements also here. Multiple statements. Okay. Do this. Else, if it is if it is not a true, then do this. And ending with a 5. So always remember that. Okay, for the interview, they will ask you some conditional statement for sure. Okay, in every interview. So if then else 5, if then else 5, if then else 5. This you have to remember that. Okay, and then you should be able to do that. So here A is 2, B is 7. So A is greater and equal to B. Is it greater than equal to A? What it will return? Any idea? Tell me.
Else, sir, else. Sorry, I was in mute.
Else, correct? Yeah. So let's use this. This we use also for telling that okay, my script is bash. So vi second save it and shell second dot sh. See here, variable b is greater than variable. So this is the way you can do that. If then else phi. If then else phi. Please remember that rest of the are line nothing but Linux command. Okay. So there's one more example you see here. N is equal to 10, and here you are saying, hey, if n here is mod, is arithmetic operator, is equal to 0. So here if n mod 2, if it is 0, then it will return the number is even, or it will return the number of 4. So see here, echo enter password, read password. Here this is the variable I just showed you previously, and if password is password, then do this, else password is incorrect. So something like this you can run this, the conditional operator, and you can put it up anything. Are you comfortable with it, all of you?
Yeah.
Okay. Now looping is also important. So how do you loop in the okay in the nested loop? I don't want to show you. Just a second. Okay. So here you have two loops actually, for loop, while loop. Okay. So first I'll show you for loop, but unfortunately that is not available. Examples, and here it is. So this is the for loop. Okay, so here for loop, here I is a each element of this. Okay, I is each element of this. So I will be set in the first time 1, so it will run 5 times. Okay, then second run it will set I is equal to 2, here I is equal to 3, I is equal to 4 and 5, and here you are printing I this one. So very simple way to add the for loop. So if you want to run some command, something multiple time, okay, some command multiple times, so here you can do that. So it will run 5 times. Okay, so by the way, you can express this one like 1 dot dot 5 also. Different way to express this. Oh no, it's not there. That is not there. So this is the something like this. You can do that. Okay. So this is the way you can create a for loop. Okay. Now next one is so this you remember that for do done. So always when you remember that, because the conditioning is in a different scripting is a different mode. So here that is how I remember. If then else phi for do done. So that way it will be easy for you to create a skeleton while interview also. Okay. So now I am going to show you some examples for while. I'm just looking for the while. This page has lots of example for. This all you can use it, but I don't have while. So here I can use this while. Okay. So let's understand this while first. Here you are setting a is a one variable is equal to 0. So if while this is true, do this and done. Okay, so there is no else actually. So if it is true, then do this and done. So here while $a, which is here, is less than 10, that is of course is true. So keep doing this one, and you look at this here. You are setting up the v again. You are see here nested while actually while, then inside again while, and then printing it. Okay, so now I'll not complicate this. Echo dollar. This is simple. So if it is true, do this and move on. So let me show you this one here and run it. Okay, there's some problem in that code. Variable is missing. Okay, a is equal to 0. See, this has gone into the unlimited things, unlimited one. Okay, so why? Because
You,
if you look
you
at
need to
this,
increment.
yeah. So here, age equal to 0, lesser than this one. So what do you need to do? Uh, it's always true. It's always true. It's always true. So what do you have to do? You have to increment. So here, this is a simple way to increment. Here, always increment by 1 and clear the screen. Via editor. Sorry. Here it is. So this is the way. If something you want to do lots of time, then while and for it can be used. Okay, so this is something which you can do that. Now this is the most important one: how to write a function. So why we use the function? Simple reason: you want to reuse the code. See, there is a something which you want to do, and you know that you are going to do 10 times, 20 times. For example, sending an email or checking the disk space. If you give the I'm just giving you a real time example. You give the IP address, and you have a return value disk space. You give the IP address, return value of RAM, CPU. You give the IP address, list of processes. Okay, so these are the things which you want to repeat. Actually, you want to repeat. You want to have some values on repeat basis. So you don't want to feed that hard coding code. Okay, for each and every host you will write a code, and then you will get it done. So it's very difficult. So if you want to write a function which is being used for the reusing that code again and again, you can use as many times, change the parameter and use it. So this is the best way. By the way, this whatever I'm teaching you in the shell scripting, same thing we have in Python also. Same thing we have in other language like Terraform also, Ansible also. So remember that. But terminologies are different. Okay. So simple. I'll just copy this code functions, Linux function example, and go to image and this one.
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.